Because teaching itself is useless. You have to be a Acharya. I asked you earlier question. Not Guru. Nagarjuna is not called a Guru. He's called a Acharya. What is Acharya? Yadyat Acharyatis Srashta Tatta Deveyatarocana Sayat Pramanam Gurude Lokasthadarvartade. Looking at him, you should feel, oh, what a great teacher, yeah. Let me be like him. Such a knowledgeable person, let me be like him. You have the desire, then you go behind him to learn. If you see somebody like that, he becomes a role model. He's a mentor. Not because you have 20 mentees distributed by the department. This is what happens to ICT. And those people will look at you and say, and see, I keep going to medical colleges and then teach some doctor. I'll say, when you become a doctor, the patient will come and ask you, what happened to you, my doctor? Why are you sad like this? Because some doctors are like that, looking at themselves, you'll feel so sad, right? You should become role model. What is that we want after the profession? Ask your children, what is that you want? BTech first class. For what? Getting admission into MTech. For what? To get a job. For what? For what? Money. For what? Money for what? Arjite dukkham veye dukkham dhanam sarvatra dukkadam. Earning money is hardship. Spending money is much more hardship. You know, the more hardship is, you buy 1 kg tomato for 32 rupees. And when you are walking home, somebody else comes with a tomato, you ask how much you paid, 20 rupees. Heart attack, 12 rupees gone. Not the 12 rupees gone. Every piece of tomato in your sambar, chutney, my 12 rupees. So where is your happiness? Not in the money which you spend. How much somebody else spends. It's all comparison. You are more happy when you get a Maruti 800. No. Why? Other has an auto. Now when you got an auto, not happy. Why? Other has got a higher and bigger vehicle. And what do you do? Cover it well and keep it inside the house. Never try. Artham is not money a lot. It's all the credentials which you can attach to that, the adjectives which you can attach to that, which gives some influence for attraction. So Vidya is the most powerful Artham. What is the most powerful Artham? Vidya. Because na chorahari. Nobody can steal it. You don't have to worry. Open the head and then sleep. And as you share, increases. Namaskaram. So how much time is the first session? Oh, it's continuous up to 12:30. Mallareddy Engineering College for Women, right? You're all from that same college?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. First of all, I'm an Indian. And Britishers left almost how many years back?
75.
And sir is a title by the British colonial era. They also stopped it. And we had a great sir, only two. Sir Isaac Newton, Sir C.V. Raman, Sir Tagore. Luckily, he did not admit that sir before him. Prefixing sir is a great title, but suffixing sir is a normal thing. Whenever you want some favor from a conductor also, you call him sir, right? Correct or not? I was a colleague of one of your colleagues in the neighboring university in mathematics department, Madhurao. I was a professor in KL University during the COVID time. I took my retirement in 2009. And then I was into teaching. So during COVID anyway, I cannot wander around, right? So I'm sitting at home. So some of my well-wisher asked me, go to KL University and digitally you can teach from home. So I was a professor of mathematics there. And I was teaching MBA and BBA. So during that time, my head of the department left KLU and joined MRWEC. So he's here. So last 2021, December 22, What is December 22 for India? Louder, yeah, please. Tell me, yeah, you told it. Mathematics Day, National Mathematics Day. National Mathematics Day, I was a guest here. And that time, by chance, I met Venkat, who was the placement training head in MRU. So when you wanted to conduct this, he referred my name here. So that was by chance, right? And then your Pavan, who is heading this, doesn't know who is this buffalo. So he asked my details to get a reference to him. And again he asked that he has to take permission from your principal, right? So she wanted to know who is this person. So what I gave is what my student prepared for me some time back. So as it is, I gave it. But I enjoy listening to your own story is good, and it's a good time pass for you, right? Because you don't even capture anything in that. What is the World Mathematics Day by any chance? Anybody? National Mathematics Day is December 22. By chance it was coming to my mind. Anybody? No mathematics faculties here? Yeah. Which is the World Mathematics Day. During interval you can handle her, okay? Anybody? It's a general knowledge question. You want a blah 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 lecture, you are an interactive session. So you should interact, right? At least smile or cry. When you know the answer, you smile. If you don't know the answer, you cry. Or hold your hand, all of you. Raise your hands up. If you have no problem with your hands, take it on your hand. Janma ayipoyindi ante. That's a beautiful day. That's why I'm asking. And that comes March. It's in March, but which day? Which date? Okay, what is the value of pi? 3.14. So 14th March. That's how they selected the date. Why March 14th is a World Mathematics Day? The answer is pi 3.14, and that is 14th March, right? What a great logic. Yes or no? You don't appreciate? But still you are sitting like a buffalo. React. That's the only thing what human being can have, right? Yes or no? Yes, say yes then. Why should I ask yes or no? Why did I start like this? I don't know. I don't know why did I start like this. When your, what's his name? Dr. Pavan asked me this, I gave the details. I was remembering when I came to MRU earlier and who referred. And I messaged all the people who contacted me after that lecture. I do that. I am here in your college. By 9:15 I am reaching, because he asked me to reach at 9:15. Now it's 10 o'clock almost, right? This is the first value you should learn. This is the first value you should learn. I was in USA because of her. If somebody calls you for a party in your house at 7 o'clock, you cannot reach at 6:58. You cannot reach at 7:02. You have to be sharp at 7. And you are learning human values, ethics in the class. Unfortunately, I was director for academic staff college. Teaching teachers was my job. And what I do is, in such a training program, director will be sitting here 15 minutes early and see who comes. And those who come should sit in that order. So the last person who is coming will get the last seat. The first person will get the first seat. That shows how much you are interested. Understood? I will only look at few faces. After this session, I will remember few faces. The color in which they came. What is the sari color? What is the shirt color? I remember. I remember for years Because we don't look at everybody's face. You are all teachers. By chance or by mistake, right? Choice very less becomes teachers. I became a teacher by choice. I left my government job. In between also I went to university to teach because I have passion for teaching. But unfortunately we celebrate Teachers' Day in India when a teacher became a president, not when a president becomes a teacher. You understood? Who are the two people? I was there in their university last week. So I keep roaming around. When Pavanji asked me, he said, yeah, I have to give a lecture here. He has sent me the full syllabus by Venkat. I thought I have to teach you the whole syllabus. It's good. It's not a big job. Except the second chapter. Second chapter is always difficult because first chapter, in any thesis, how many of you are doctors? DR? Permanent head dimensional fellows, PhDs? Right? So in which when you write the first chapter, it is only literature, survey, blah, 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 blah. You can copy from anywhere, right? Second chapter? Yeah, that's a quote. In Bhagavad Gita is also like that. First chapter is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Only sadness. Problems. Second chapter is, are you from India or some other country? Eh? You don't know Bhagavad Gita second chapter? You may be having at home, right? At least open it now. Only community who don't open and read books are, I don't have to fill in the blanks, right? Because most of my relatives are teachers. And they all retired. Now they listen to my lecture and say I am scolding. Bhagavad Gita second chapter is Sankhya Yoga. What's it? Do you have syllabus of human values with you or not? Do you have it? You are attending a session in which you are supposed to learn this and you don't even have the syllabus. You have sent me, at least send it to all of them, no?
They have.
But they did not say, they did not respond. I am not asking you whether you have print or not. Do you have it on your laptop? Mobile is also good enough. No, look at the syllabus first. If you are interested really. If you are not interested, how can you make your children to have interest in that subject? Huh? Look at it. Then you will know the second chapter is more logic. Logic is Sankhya Yoga. In philosophy it's called epistemology. Something is missed. I have got a half MA philosophy. Last week also I was there in Punjab University in philosophy department. After COVID, my first session started in West Bengal University, Darjeeling. That was also in philosophy day. So I'm more a philosophy professor today than a mathematics professor. And that talks about epistemology. What is epistemology? No idea? Not a great word. It is Jnana Shastram. Do you have paper and pen or are you sitting for seeing a movie? See, the first lady itself is sitting like a cinema theatre, no? Are you seeing Shah Rukh Khan or Amitabh Bachchan? I am a teacher. I am going to ask you to take a picture of your notebook and send it to me. And the best notebook, I will give you some good awards. You should be a good student to be a good teacher. At least pad and pen is what is to be given. No, I always keep. See, I am coming here for a lecture. I have got a lot of papers with me. And I keep a pen. Not one, many pens, and that's a weapon for all of us. As teachers, when somebody comes to your house for a work, they will come with a brush or if they're painter, they will come with a brush, right? Eh? Epistemology is a great word being used in, and many people, even philosophy professors, get confused. They never asked what is the meaning. So which is the best book in the world to learn? Come out of the campus, I will show you what is that. The best book in the world is dictionary. And the best book what you can have is, best book what you should have is a clean notebook. Okay, keep doing, keep writing. Unless you have this habit, this lecture will go. I'm sure yesterday's you would have forgotten today. It's like a food taken, right? Today you eat, or maybe morning breakfast you eat, by lunchtime you will forget your breakfast. And until you feel hungry, the lunch is also forgotten. No, but lectures are not like that. The beauty of being a teacher, not a normal teacher. I'm a great teacher. I'm proud to be a teacher. The beauty of being a great teacher is what? What is that? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunani, Samani, Chaitadi, Nranam Pashuna, Jnanam Naranam Adhiko Vishesho. What is the difference between a human being and animal? Knowledge. Aharam, animal and human being. Animal normal, human being extra. Whenever you have free food, no conditions, right? We eat more. Every day I don't have that much breakfast, but when I stay in Marriott or ITC, yeah, we eat too much. Nidra, nobody likes to wake up in the morning, right? Even if you wake up, you don't want to get up. Correct? Nidra, Bhayam. We are living in Bhayam. Always Bhayam, no? Sir, no. These are all part of the syllabus. Don't think I am talking about. I will connect all these dots later. That's why I want you to write, so that you will read it again. You will say, oh, this is where I learned this. Not second chapter alone. I cannot teach second chapter alone. Because when you learn Bhagavad Gita, second chapter connects you to all the other chapters. That's just abstract. So if you learn abstract, you cannot learn abstract alone. You need explanation, right? So if you listen to my lecture today, I am teaching second chapter. By chance, by mistake, he has sent me second chapter yesterday evening. The whole syllabus. Otherwise, I thought I have to just explain the whole thing. It's easy. And first I was told 1 full day. Then reduced into half day, looking at my biodata. This person doesn't work, let him give half day. No? Correct? I finished sometimes syllabuses of whole 6 months in half day. Enough. You don't have to give the full, you equip them to learn. So I'm trying to equip them to learn. Trying, because I don't know your capacity. So what should be done? Ahara, Nidra, Bhayam. Other one is Maithuna. Sex. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunani, Samani, Chaitani, Nranam Pashuna. For both it was equal. It was, not now. Jnanam Naranam Adhigo Vishesho. Knowledge is extra to human being. Jnane Bihina Pashubhi Samana. If you don't have knowledge, you are equal to an animal. So as teachers, we are making human beings. That's what Vivekananda said. Education is making human beings. Education is man-making. Education is man-making. By birth, we are all, looking like a human being. Manushya Rupena Mrgashcharanti. Manushya Rupena Mrgashcharanti. There is an animal going, but that animal has got the shape of a human being. I was coming. I know auditorium. That's the address given. So naturally I was taken there. And there is a big gate. Elephant can travel. That was open. And the security says you cannot go. You have to go to the principal and take permission. That means I have to go the whole way. What stupid fellow. It is not he is stupid. Otherwise you would have become Professor or Vice Chancellor, right? He is standing there because his common sense is not that great to become the professor. But somebody should have instructed, no? Correct or not? You understood? So what is that? Instructing him is our job. I was also executive director of an engineering college. My job is to look after every inch of this world. I was part of one of the richest man in India who constructs, which is the best software industry in this country? Infosys. So you have seen the Infosys campuses? She was with Infosys for 3 years as an engineer. 3 years or more than that. And my boss, who was my boss in CSR, corporate social responsibility, I was with him for 2 years. That's a great experience. Being with a great rich man is great, right? And I was also with the Prime Minister, Manmohan Singh, for 2 years. So working with great people, you imbibe some qualities. And that's a quality which I imbibed from the rich man. Suppose he has an institution like this. You know how he inspects the institution? He will go directly to the washroom in the WC and he will put his hand inside and take it out. It has to have soap smell. It has to be that clean. Have you seen? Can you see, making an institution is good, but maintaining it is understood. Great values. These are all human values. Am I out of the syllabus or inside the syllabus? These are all human values, I am saying. Discipline, cleanliness. I am not naming with that. You have to name it. So at the end I am going to ask you what is that I covered. So you will have to take adjectives and tell this is what you covered by this story. And I am not taking somebody's story. I am taking my story and where I have lived. My experience. Experiential learning. Jnanam knowledge is 2 types. One is information. See, even though there is a vacant chair, they will go back out. Because this space is boring, so you can look at somebody's back, right? That's much more interesting. This is how your class should be. Correct? Sakshat anubhavair drushto na sruto na gurudarshidaha lokanam upakaraya edat sarvam pradarshitam. It's told by your own. I am not from Andhra and my mother tongue is Malayalam. It's my other tongue. And you belong to that state with that tongue where that man wrote this poem. Sakshat anubhavair drushto na sruto na gurudarshidaha lokanam upakaraya. Lokanam upakaraya, which is useful for human being. That is profession. Your professional ethics. What is your professional ethics? Lokanam upakaraya. You must make use of your, not knowledge, skill. When you use your skill, that's called a profession. What are we giving? Knowledge. No. Information. No. Data. You will read something and then say no. Correct? Yesterday I was seeing a series, physics. Acha teacher, physics wala. Write down so that you will also see tomorrow. No, I should tell you to write down or what? If you have not seen, see that to be a good teacher. A great knowledgeable person. But in a class he was a failure. Right? The ability to teach is not having knowledge. The ability to teach is having a good heart. So most of my lectures, I think April 15th I have got a session where thousands of educators are attending. Telangana state government is hosting it. And they asked me a title. I said, generally I give only one topic to teachers. E effective and A effective. Spelling E and A. So what do I do? E, bracket I put A and effective. If English faculties are there, they will enjoy. Any English faculties here? Yeah, will be there. Because I was told that those people don't have classes are kept here, right? Time pass class. Don't worry. Life itself is a big time pass. Correct or not? The end of the day, the last, we will start thinking, what is that we have done? He also produced somebody. All animals also produce. What is the difference? Animal construct only one hut, we construct many huts for our children. When we are burned in the graveyard at the end, there is a great question. Your son, my son also will ask me, Papa, what is that you have done in your life? Stupid waste. Om Kritos Kritam Smarami Vayu Danilam Amrutavadetam Basmandam Shariram. I am going to fire you and you are going to join in this air. 60 grams of ashes. Even if you weigh 120 kg or 60 kg, only 60 grams in benzyl alpate. That's it. And they'll give you in a packet, take it. And you will go to Varanasi and dump it there. Last week I was there in Varanasi. Life is nothing. Vayu Danilam Amrutavadetam Basmandam Shariram. Basmandam Shariram. Krito Smara. Kritam Smaram. Think what is that you have done in your life. Have you contributed anything to the society? How many people remember you in your life? You must have taught hundreds and millions of students, right? How many remember? You learned from many teachers. How many you remember? When I teach in some class, I remember, oh, this teacher taught me this. Because I still carry those. Who taught me in 9th class? Last week I had a session. Training teachers of United Kingdom. The tuition teachers there. I've got this week also again. I was teaching something and then told, this is what I learned in 9th class. My teacher, who never taught me. Later, I learned from. Who was not in my class and I don't remember. So what is required is that ability for you to imbibe qualities in somebody so that they will remember you. That's only human. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunani samani chaitani nranam pashunam jnanam naranam adhigo vishesho jnane bihina pashubhi samana. Why jnanam is important? Everything else you forget soon after some time. Jnanam, knowledge will remain in you for long years. Oh, this I learned in this class. Great. Cannot forget. And you keep teaching that to the next generation, and your generation will teach the next generation. It keeps on continuing like that. So when you are professional ethics and human values, there are a lot of great values to be learned. And most of the time, ethics is not a good word. The other day, on Philosophy Day, I had a talk which talks about war ethics. Is there an ethics in war? There, because it's called war ethics. In war, whoever is staying in front of me is an enemy. He by individual have not done no mistakes. But still I have to kill him. Because he is on the opposite side, right? See, if you look at Bhishma, all student Arjuna has no enmity to him. But what happened? Because that person is standing on the other side, finished, he has to kill him. So what is war ethics? Where are you standing? You understood the ethic meaning. I cannot explain, or nobody can explain much better than this. So what is ethics? Professional ethics. I am an LLB. So when I go to court, what should I do? Even if my client has done some mistake, I should argue that he is a clean man, right? Yesterday, one of our great actor from Kerala time. Is a great actor? No. He's a great human being. He was also a MP, Member of Parliament by the Marxist Party as an independent candidate. He authored a lot of books on cancer, translated into many different languages. Because he had cancer, and then he fought against cancer and then survived for many years. A great man. And what is that? He is an individual who fought against a disease, and he was making a lot of fun about it. Making fun of cancer? Yeah. That's how I can reach my point to somebody's heart. So sometimes a small pinch, a small heart get hurt, it stays in you for longer time. You understood? So doing a surgery by a doctor, painful surgery. Why he is giving pain? Because to give a longer happiness, right? A short problem is okay if that can give a long happiness. So war is ethical. Why did Kurukshetra war happen? I was there in Chandigarh, very close to Kurukshetra. What is great about Kurukshetra war? Kurukshetra. Kuru is Kuru Vamsha. Kuru Vamsha is bad people or good people? Yeah, bad people. Did they do some crime to you? No, but still you are saying bad. Why? Because Lokanam Upakaraya. It is not good for me or not. Is it the consensus by the whole world says Duryodhana is a bad fellow. Who is a good fellow? Dharmaputra. Did Dharmaputra give you something? Did Duryodhana take away something from you? But still you have this feeling, right? Are you getting what I am saying? So it's all over. Now your mood is little better. Earlier it was too bad. I thought I will not record. Sometimes it's waste. After recording I see, oh, nothing is there. So I took my mobile for recording your faces. Then you are all very bad. Now I am able to make you slightly better. I think I should. And I put that in YouTube by editing myself. So I spend a lot of time. And if it is too bad, what do I do? I'll only put my face. And your face will not come. If it works, what do? I put both, right? At why this whole war is. Why the war?
To restore Dharma.
To restore Dharma. Where? In Kurukshetra. Where is Kurukshetra? Kuru's Kshetra. Duryodhana Kshetra. Who was the king then? A blind man. So what is knowledge? Not being blind. That's why you are calling them as Guru. Taking from darkness to light. Rama. See the mythology, how logical it was. And what was Rama's place? Ayodhya is what? No Yuddham. Ayodhya is without Yuddham, right? Correct? The name is also given like that. So logical, no? Are you getting what I am saying? Ayodhya is without Yuddham. And what happens there? That is why the war did not happen in Ayodhya. Where did it happen? Lanka. They went there and fought. They went there and fought. Kurukshetra happened in India. Because the name was Kuru. It has to be destroyed. And the whole name of Kurukshetra is enemies, everybody should die. War is not declared like that generally. And the context in which war was given is to give a story to who tells whom? The whole Mahabharata. 7 days. Taksha. Parikshit. To tell his generation, don't fight war because you are all going to get destroyed. So it was not to fight. Many Gita lectures they misinterpret because they have not seen the objective and scope. Are you getting? Objective and scope. So what is your syllabus? Starting will be objective and scope of the course. Read that. Not once, many times. What is the objective and scope of this human values? What is the title of the paper? I wrote it somewhere. Human values and professional ethics. What is the use of that? Not to give lecture and then leave the place. Make your students, the objective is make your students to feel the human values in them. It has to be felt. That means it is not an information to be given. It is a knowledge to be imbibed. Information is different, knowledge is different. In knowledge also there is a lot of difference. In English there is only one word, knowledge. In Bharatiya Shastra we have Savidya, Avidya, Jnanam, what? Viveka, Vivechana, Buddhi. Where what is to be used. So don't get confused. Look at the dictionary meaning of ethics. Not just one meaning. Read the whole thing. Okay? Right and wrong. Legal and illegal. I am also an LLB. So what happens? Sometimes we have to read. What is legal? What is illegal? I am a legal practitioner. What does it mean? Somebody who is a liar, somebody who has committed crime, somebody murdered somebody comes to me. My job is to protect him. So that's my professional ethics. Ethics, another word or common used word is dharma. So what is my dharma? Individual dharma. I am a clean person without lying. But I am an LLB. My job is lying. I will never hurt somebody. But I am a surgeon. My job is cutting everybody. Understood? So professional dharma is different from individual dharma. I am a police. I was also a police. In Prime Minister's office, my job was policing. So what is my dharma? Professional dharma is policing. What do they do? Charge means, no, I will not beat anybody. On the ground, he has to be a police. Only at home, his wife is a police for him. Or husband is a police for them, right? When they are in dress, they are entirely different, right? Are you getting? So there is an individual dharma. There is a family dharma. I love music, rock music. But only in bathroom I can do it. As soon as I come out, become a father. Become a husband. So different, no? Are we not different in different places? Is it not acting? Every one of us is acting. It's our dharma. Different role. All of you would write 3 things which I make my children to understand dharma. I do in workshop, the whole syllabus. I do many workshops in which all these are covered. Without AICT becoming here, I started 10-15 years back. Write role, goal, values. All of you. What are the different roles which you have? You are a teacher, you are a wife, husband, father, sister, daughter, son of somebody. Different roles, right? Write down all the roles. Why am I asking you to do this? Do the same thing to your students tomorrow in the classroom. It's the best method to teach them the values and professional ethics. Which contradicts and conflicts. Contradicts and conflicts. You have to write this. Conflicts will be there. Role. Goal. Can all of you come here and sit? So that I can only look at it. It looks dense. Otherwise it looks so free, khali. All this. Move here. I thought gents are more smarter. You can move here faster. Or girls are. If you're really a gentleman, then move here. If you have a doubt, sit there. Yeah? If you have a doubt, sit there. Otherwise, fill the chair. You don't have to move. Sit there. Wherever you are. Or you want to be more social, move so that the other seats are vacant so that they can come. That is being social. Understood? I am checking your ability becoming social human being. See, what do you do when I am asking them to come here? As a lady, what they should have done? Moved there so that the other chair can be common sense or not. But that is not there. What do? They will sit there. If you want, you go. That is animal nature. Am I testing your common sense or not? I told you this is what I do in my workshop. Human values are taught like this. So it looks good. Are you getting? If you are not a human being, no, except in cinema theatre where reserved seats are there. There is no reserved seat for you, right? By paying fees. So when I ask somebody to move, what you should have done? Make space for others and move. If you have done it, I am checking you are all done. That's why I said some faces I remember. But even if I tell, who is this man? In my college I am here and he is here for half day. I should listen to him. He is not writing my CR, no? He is not increasing, my increment is not given. Why should I listen to him? Human beings are being human. What is the definition? Being human. And if you are human, you will know. If you are not, there is no point in reading dictionary also. What is social being? Being social. Understood? Giving space for others. What is the greatest thing what you can do in your life? Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyabi dehinaha santosham janayat pratna tadevam Ishvara pujana. What is Ishvara puja in Bharatiya Shastram? Not going to Tirupati. You go. It's a beautiful. I never went. I am here for last 38 years. And I speak in temples. I speak Bhagavad Gita. I am a meditation master. High core ism, no. High core Sanatana Dharma is there. What is Sanatana Dharma? Sanatanam. What is Sanatanam? Nitya Nutanam and Chirapurathanam. Ever new and the oldest of the oldest. Are you getting? Which is ever valid anywhere. That is Sanatana. Human values are like that. Getting? We had a Satya Yuga. What is Satya Yuga? Living with nature. No stories, no war in Satya Yuga. Because everybody is with the nature. You are part of the nature. Next came after Satya Yuga? Treta Yuga. What has happened? War happened, but not in India, in some other place. So it was between one society to another society. A good society and a bad society. Deva and Asura. Bad people have to go. Are you seeing the transition from Satya Yuga to Treta Yuga? And then next Yuga is Dwapara Yuga. What happened? Internal to the family, cousin brothers, same palace. Is it not that they did not study in same MR Mallareddy college? Yes, professor was same. Both Dharmaputra and Duryodhana was under same professor. So what Dwapara Yuga says, professors cannot change students. They can give classes, examination. Good marks were there for Duryodhana also. But what did not happen? The value did not go inside him. He learned and wrote examination. A lot of people. Wonderful. I used to get during the Andhra Telangana partition, lot of students were free. That time I was with Aurora. I was in the business school. So what happened? Students will come in the morning, spend a lot of days in my house. Morning they will come. Oh, electrical engineer. Okay, take a screwdriver, open by switch box. You are an electrical engineer, na? Open it. Something burns. No problem. I am here. I learned wiring. When wiring happened in my house, when I was a small child, 9th class, electricity came to my house in my native, 9th class. But it took another 2 years or 3 years to get a connection. So by the time I was in college, by the time the bulb born, it was my master's. 5 years it took. But I learned how wiring is to be done. We help. So I tell them, open it. I will show you how connections have to be done. I am a computer engineer. Have you opened a computer? No. Open it. No. That is professionalism. So what is to be done? Practically what you should learn should be used. That's professional. So what is professional ethics for Dharmaputra and Duryodhana? As a king they should have an ethics. But what happened? Duryodhana learned ethics from the professor but did not apply. And who should teach that? Not teachers alone. Family. Who? Father. But father is blind. It's all sankalpas. Don't see that he was blind. If father is blind, in many houses, husbands are blind. So what? You will see the wife becomes more smart, right? But here what happened? Wife becomes so loving to the husband, she also tapped her eyes. Is it a good practice? When husband doesn't have eyes, what wife should do? Open the eyes for both of them, right? If both of them are in dark, what will happen? They produced 100 children. Natural, right? See how logically was our Dwapara Yuga. Therefore what happened? He had no guide, no mentor. So mentor came from where? Afghanistan. Where is Kandahar? Gandhar Naresh. Kandahar is Afghanistan. So if somebody comes from Kandahar and become your mentor, what will happen to you? Can you imagine? Correct? So naturally it is not Duryodhana's fault. His situation was bad. Parents were bad. If parents are bad, some mentor should be there. Mentor is also a ditch. But who will really suffer in life? You tell me. The most saddest person in the whole stories in this world, the greatest of the greatest epics, if you look at it, there is one lady who is the most saddest woman. Gandhari. Because when we are bad, spouse, wife or husband, they will divorce you. Children will say, heck, and they will run away. Without that also, even if you are good, they will run away from you. But who will not run away from you? Even your father may not worry. No problem. But mother will always suffer, right? Correct or not? I have done a lot of research on the biorhythm. The biorhythm of the mother exactly goes to the biorhythm of the children. When somebody comes, my son is so bad. I said, give the date of birth, star, see the horoscope, see the mothers, see the fathers. There are instances when I said, this is not your child. Because exactly it should match. Mother's horoscope exactly will tell the character of the child. I have done hundreds of experiments like that. So I predict when somebody comes, this is not your child. You need a lot of guts to say that, right? Yes or no? Somebody says, this is my child. I say, no, this is not your child. It cannot be your child. Yeah, it's not my child. How do you know the date and time of birth for a child when they are taken from orphanage? So don't try to cheat me like this. So what happened? This mother Gandhari used to call Duryodhana in between and tell. All our parents also will tell. Why can't you be like your cousin brother? Look at Dharmaputra, what a nice boy. Look at Arjuna, what a nice boy. And you? How many times you would have heard? Think about him. Correct? And he has to tell what? It's because of you. All of us will tell, it's because of you. Correct? Yes, Duryodhana also told this. You know what did he say? Janami dharmam. Mother, I know what is dharma. Human values, professional ethics, I learned in BTech. I got 100 out of 100. Can you show this to Infosys and get a job? So teaching your children are not for marks. I'm sure any autonomous college will make all the children to pass. If they don't pass, who will get admission tomorrow here? I went to one of the universities, Usmania University Economics Department long back. I took a class. I said, this is economics MA. They don't know any economics, yeah? I asked the professor straight in front of the students. Is it students like this? Yeah. Why? They don't attend our classes. Then do they pass? Yes, they pass. Why? Because we conduct examination, we are setting the question paper, we are giving marks. If you don't pass, tomorrow economics department will be closed, right? Nobody is passing. Who is responsible? You know why Chandrababu Naidu lost? 10th class, teachers will get salary only when their children pass. Not when you set question paper, somebody else has question paper. What will happen? You will have to make them to learn, right? So it's a hard job. Janami dharmam nachame pravritti. I am not able to do it. Janami adharmam. I know what is adharmam. Nachame nivritti. I am not able to stop doing it. Kenapi kamena hridistitena yadha niyuktosi tadha karomi. I am being driven by my desire. Look at your syllabus, somewhere desire will be there. My desire is capturing me. So what is our desire? What is your desire in your life? If God comes in front of you and asks, what is that you want? What you will ask? Chandana Brothers, free ticket. Anything I can buy. Is that you want? Tell me, what is that you want? Assume God comes to you. You go and pray at least, right? When there is a tension? Or where is there intention? Tension or intention, both time you go to God. And you pray. By chance, by mistake, God comes in front of you. You should know what you want, right? What you will ask? Think, otherwise you will have a problem. That time you cannot think. Immediately answer should go. Tell me. Why? Don't become a Sthita Prajna like this. No. I know without a desire you cannot even come to this college dressing like this. Desire is part of every human being. Development happens only when you have got unsatisfaction. So I bless all the people who comes in front of me. Let you be unsatisfied in life. If there is no unsatisfaction, if you are not dissatisfied, you will not work for development. The whole world is developing because need, desire. What is the meaning for desire in or what is that in Sanskrit it is called? You should tell the other way. Kamam. Kamam is not sex. You heard 4 things. Kamam. Kamam. After that, to satisfy your desire, what you need is Artham. Kamartha. Yeah, generally it is told in the other way, but I am a mathematician, so I have got a logic with me. So I will put in that style only. Okay? Artha, Dharma, Kama, Moksha is what you have learned. When I put the other way, got confused because you by-hearted it. I by-hearted it by knowing. Get into the heart. You by-hearted it. It is not by-hearting, by-heading. You are only put in the head, but I put in the heart. It comes from my heart. Do you think I learned it or I understood it? Understood. When you understand, you make your logic. Because learning is Saraswati's job. Understanding is Brahma's job, husband's job. So Saraswati and Brahma should go and join together. Desire should come. Research will come when you have a desire. Quest should come. Quest is creativity. When you have creativity, question will come. When question comes, Saraswati will give answer. That's what happens at home also, right? The whole Mahabharata starts like this. Karma kshetre, kurukshetre, samaveda yuyutsavaha, mamaka pandavaschaiva, kima? Sanjaya. Who is Sanjaya? Driver. Both of them, the boss and the driver is going and the boss is asking the driver, what's happening? As if driver is more intelligent than the driver. Who is more intelligent? Even if chief minister goes, there is a traffic jam. When the road stops, immediately the chief minister will ask the driver only, what happened to them? As if he is more knowledgeable than this person. Natural, right? See how naturally the Bhagavad Gita is written. So we always have a confusion. The first question we will ask somebody who is even lower than us. So knowledge has no barrier. The values comes from everyone around us. Lot of logic. So where is human value, professional ethics? Anyone around you ask questions. Got it? Janami dharmam nachame pravritti. Yatha niyuktosi tatha karomi. Who is telling? My kamam. So when I have a kamam, I should have a artham to get. Artham is getting the means of satisfying my desire. Every one of us are behind that. What is that you want? I will keep on asking this question. What is that you want? Because that is what the whole professional ethics, human values. What is that we want after the profession? Ask your children, what is that you want? B.Tech first class. For what? Getting admission into M.Tech. For what? To get a job. For what? For what? Money. For what? Money for what? Arjide dukkham veye dukkham dhanam sarvatra dukkadam. Earning money is hardship. Spending money is much more hardship. You know, the more hardship is, you buy 1 kg tomato for 32 rupees. And when you are walking home, somebody else comes with a tomato, you ask how much you paid, 20 rupees. Heart attack, 12 rupees gone. Not the 12 rupees gone. Every piece of tomato in your sambar, chutney, my 12 rupees. So where is your happiness? Not in the money which you spend. How much somebody else spends. It's all comparison. You are more happy when you get a Maruti 800. No. Why? Other has an Alto. Now, when you got an Alto, not happy. Why? Other has got a higher and bigger vehicle. And what do? Cover it well and keep it inside the house. Never try. The best of the best dress, what do? Yeah, I got a new dress. I just got it for the other day. First time I'm. And today what do? Well, sitting, after some time, don't care, no? Yes or no? Life is like that only. We think something artham. Artham, anartham. You know what is anartham? Disaster. Beautiful words. Sanskritam is so beautiful, no? When I came here, the whole hall was not in order. Was it in order? Here and there spread like this. It's not in order. And what I did, I made little order here. You know what an order is called? Order is called kramam. What not in order is called akramam. Akramam, you imagine the class was akramam when I came. See, you look at the word very carefully in Sanskrit, or in Telugu. Our tongue is so good. If you don't clean it, it's very bad. So, artham need not be money. Artham can be, I need not be rich. I've got rich people around me. How much I want, what I want. I don't have to pay. I just put my desire, somebody pays for me, right? Do you think Amitabh Bachchan comes to your hotel and pay? The hotel will serve everything, right? In Andhra Bhavan in Delhi, there is a plate itself, a dish itself called Rahul Gandhi's dish. Because once he came there and then ate. You can say, whatever Rahul Gandhi, give me that, no? Because he selected so good, no? He's such a foodie. Many times he does that. Andhra Bhavan became so famous after that. Otherwise also Andhra Bhavan food is very good. Kerala Bhavan is not very good. So I go only for Andhra Bhavan for my breakfast. So dharmam, artham. Artham can be power, position. When a rich man comes, you all stand up. Why? He is going to give you money or what? A celebrity comes. Nothing may be there. Brain is zero. But still you respect him. Why? Artham can be popularity. Artham can be power and position. You respect the chair but not the person sometimes. Sometimes the person gives values to the chair. Sometimes the chair gives value to the person. Are you getting? Indian Institute of Science, C.V. Raman gave value to Indian Institute of Science. After that, many became directors. I am from Indian Institute of Science. So what? We know many people stayed there, right? Can you imagine a Prime Minister of India has to tell, this is a chair where Nehru sat. Why can't you respect me? Somebody has to tell that finished, no? So it happens. So artham is not money alone. It's all the credentials which you can attach to that, the adjectives which you can attach to that, which gives some influence for attraction. So vidya is the most powerful artham. What is the most powerful artham? Vidya. Because na chorahari. Nobody can steal it. You don't have to worry. Open the head and then sleep. And as you share, increases. I can speak on the Artha, Dharma, Kama, Moksha many times I would have given. But each time I am different. Because every day I am improving. And if you don't improve, that is human value. Knowledge. Because the second chapter is full of Jnana Shastram. That's what is assigned to me to talk today. Got it? So, desire, kamam, artham, and artham assume that I don't have sufficient money. I have a desire unstoppable. What do? I steal. I steal from somewhere. Hey Amma, there is an order here. Don't make disorder. Come and sit here. There is so much vacant. You want to run away faster? Sit in the corner. See, seeing all this also people don't understand. There is an order here. Understood? These values should come. See, I conducted a program in Delhi, America, where young children will come and the morning itself is silence. I don't call meditation. I don't teach meditation. There are a lot of buffaloes who teach meditation. Meditation cannot be taught. Teaching meditation, if somebody is doing, it's like teaching you the taste of water. It's all in us. But we have to take it out. So I only take up to dhyanam, dhyanalayam. I cannot make you concentrated. It's you to decide whether I am concentrating or not, right? That your desire for concentration to me depends on how much desire you have for knowledge. Suppose you don't have desire, what will happen? Your dharma will be different. What is dharma? What is ethical, what is logical, what is desirable, what is correct, what is commonly practiced. What is commonly practiced for you is for your dharma. Coming to the class and sitting is your dharma. Attending the class is actual dharma. But that will not be there. I was professor of management in the college. I was professor of management, but I was teaching in IT. I was teaching in electronics. I was teaching in mechanical engineering. I am an image processing man. My job in 20 years was image processing. So every masala I know in computer science. I have seen computers all produced in India. Purchased all the computers. Space department, we are very rich. We can buy what we want. Right? So my desire increases as my opportunities are more and more. What gives us the desire? My opportunity. My surroundings. You live in a village, your desire will be limited to that. You come to the city, your desire keeps on, because you are seeing what is around, right? And therefore, if you are not able to get it with your skill, so upskilling is must. If I am not able to get my upskill, what do? I steal. I am not able to get sufficient money, but I have a desire for that money. What do? I steal. But do you think you can be peaceful? So you will lose moksha. You understood what is the meaning of moksha? Being happiness for the moment is the moksha for moment. But moksha is not a momentary, it is a long term. So what is moksha? A long term happiness is called the moksha. So what will happen? After doing it, you should not keep your hand on your head and say, oh, I should not have done it. You have a desire for ice cream. Okay, but your close friend is beside you. You will hold, let her go, then I will go for ice cream. Otherwise, if I have to pay for her. So your heart is there, close to that pocket is there, you will have a conflict between the heart and the buddhi. So always the conflict is between the heart and the head. Nelson Mandela says 2H cannot be together. Heart and head cannot be together. So it is supposed to have, ladies have more heart, but gents think that they have more head. Understood? So therefore a lot of conflict will be at home. What is the conflict? Let us go home. Our parents wanted to meet us. Not this month. Next month we will go. So that he can say one more month. No. Understood? Because if you go now also, next month again there will be a question. Let us go. So delay it as long as you can. So logical and desire. It doesn't. Therefore you have in ethics what is right and what is wrong. Eating ice cream is good or bad? Good, because you have to satisfy your desire, feeling. I want. That is what the heart always will say. English heart is not correct. Manas will say. So I will use only manas. That is heart. So manas will say, I want. But my buddhi will say, no, the water is not good. The fellow who is serving is not good. The shop is not good. It is costly. Let us not have. So what will happen at night in the dream? Sopnam will come. The sopnam comes because of unsatisfied desire. So what is your professional dharma now? The whole life I was a teacher. Actually I never wanted to be a teacher. But what to be done? Understood? Actually I never want to be a scientist. But what to be done? Actually I don't want to be a politician. But what to be done? Once you are into that, you cannot escape. You are in a big chakra. So everyone is in a chakra. I keep saying, your profession you selected like a crow selecting a ship which got anchored in the shipyard. We got into that, the ship start moving. Now we cannot escape. The whole voyage takes us and then we are inside that. Especially teaching profession is such. You try to quit, you don't get any other job. But you are in some other job, always you can come back to teaching. I remember I was always passionate in teaching. So as soon as I became a scientist, immediately I got a job in REC Suratkal. So I told my director, I want to go. Resignation is given. So director told me, I was a teacher in BITS Pilani. Right? I got a scientist, I came here. I enjoyed my career for last 30 years. You be here. Anytime you can be a teacher. But once you quit this, coming back to space department is not that easy. Understood? So continue. But what did I do? I wrote a small paper, put on my glass top, below that, my date of volunteer retirement, 20 years. But 20 years you cannot retire unless you prove that you are useless to the department. Otherwise your boss will say he is required, no volunteer retirement, if you want resign and go. No pension. So I proved myself by going away from my department for many other jobs. So that deputation. So you are proving that you can be spared, right? If you can be spared, you can be. So when I gave my resignation, VRS, they said, no, you cannot be spared. I said, you are already sparing me for many years. LLB. You should use in paper you should use So most of the time, what is professional ethics? Not being good alone. Proving it in paper is also essential. Communication is very, very essential. We don't communicate. Most of the time what happens is, we don't communicate. We know this is a good person. But telling him you are a good person is something great, right? Keyuranina bhushayandi purusham. I'm not hearing. Never heard this? Heard. Now tell me the next line. Keyuranina bhushayandi purusham harana chandrojvalam nasnanam nakusumam navilepanam. Your decoration is not nice sari glittering, nice facial, nice beautiful locket. Vak bhushanam. What is more important? Nice words. Being a human is not decorating yourself externally. Communicating is more. So what is most important? You have knowledge is not important. More important is spreading it. So in any professional ethics, generally in your syllabus, the last chapter, 5th chapter I think 5th chapter, no? I just kept the chapter names here. 5th chapter, global issues in professional ethics. You should have that knowledge in which country you are working, what is the culture there, what is that they expect, how should you behave to them, all that should be understood. You know, in Gulf, when you call your boss sir, check out. Your boss may be an American, they don't like to be called as sir, they like to be called as with their name, Mr. John, Doctor. Understood? Sir is only an Indian. The British colonial, what is that I said, stupidity? They are still continuing that. If you don't call somebody sir, no, I am from Department of Space. We never call our boss as sir. I call my director as Gopalan. Gopalan is Gopalan. Krishnan is Krishnan. Don't you think his name is much more important than the call name sir, everybody you call? Dr. Krishnan is Dr. Krishnan. Dr. Gopalan is Dr. Gopalan. Dr. Rao is Dr. Rao. Do you call Krishna as Krishna sir? Go to temple and then say Krishna sir, Rama sir. If you respect sir is more respectable. Try this tomorrow. God will run away. He's an Indian God, right? Not God actually. God itself is a bad word. Murti. Murti is entirely different. Look at the meaning of Murti. Sankalpa. We have also translated that into God. People don't even understand Murti. Murti. Oh, Murti means some Murti will come. Not that Murti. The real God is the translation of Murti. We have translated and spoiled it. That's what we do most of the time. Premam, translate love. Love is bad. Then mother has love. Love translation becomes something else. Understood? So, you have global issues in professional ethics. I wrote a book for MBA, BBA students in one of the autonomous colleges long back, 20 years back. 15 years, 17 years back I was teaching. Saturday, Sunday I go and teach that subject, and some holidays I go and teach emotional intelligence for corporate communications. Business school. Emotional intelligence, the conflict between the heart and the head. Okay? So dharma is always questionable. What is correct, what is wrong? What is to be done, what is not to be done? Shakespeare's. Yeah, English teachers are coming out. If you ask Indian dharma and all that, I know more Shakespeare than that. I also learned. Fortunately, I learned Macbeth. Then I felt like I should learn more. I translated Macbeth when I was a degree student into Malayalam. That's how I learned my English. I am from a Malayalam medium. Normal village school. But I never stopped learning. I speak Telugu. I wrote a poem in Telugu. Rengareddy Kadupilo Bhagyanagaramu. Bhagyanagaram was earlier. Around that was Rengareddy district, right? Malkajgiri I was staying. Malkajgiri is in Rengareddy district. You cross Secunderabad. This side you come, post office is Hyderabad, 47. I got confused in the beginning. What is this? That's what happens. The mother keeps the child inside. No distinction between the mother and the child, right? That's how the districts came. Okay? So what is that you should do? When you wanted to understand what is my dharma, my ethics, nobody can teach me. So therefore, this whole syllabus is useless. You cannot teach. You can only make them aware. And they should learn from you as a role model. Only mentors can teach. Actually, teachers, Guru is a smaller Sankalpa. You know what is the highest Sankalpa than Guru? In the beginning, I told Sakshat Anubhavair Drushto Nasruto Na Guru Darshidaha Lokanam Upakaraya, and I put a stop and then said, it's your person who wrote this from some other university is there in his name. That's close to Gundur. Oldest university, one of the state university. You will see medical shop in his name, fertilizer in his name. Now fertilizer medical shop, you know, right? No mutton shop with Acharya Nagarjuna. Why? Because he was a medical professional. He was a chemist, 13th century or
Lot of confusion is there. So he says experience. What is that to be experienced? My desire should be experienced. My dharma should be experienced. Therefore, the whole ethics is a self-exploration. You will learn this word in your syllabus. Read the syllabus in between. I am reading the syllabus in between. So self-exploration is more important. And what is to be done? I asked you to write role, goal, and values. You have a role. What is your role? Mother, wife, spouse, child, father, mother. Ask a question. As a daughter, as a son, you as a son, how much mark you will give it to you out of 100? Do you say that I am a 100% good son? Yeah, DrTPS can say I was a 100% good son for my mother. I was. Mother is no more. I was 100% good son for my mother. Why? I used to sleep on her lap. Even in my 40s, when I was in Hyderabad, she used to stay with me. As soon as I come from my office, I'll ask her to sit, sleep on her lap. He will put her hand like this and say, "Beta, you will become good tomorrow." Huh? What is the gift which I got in my life? You will become a good boy tomorrow. You know what does it mean? Still you have to improve. What a great blessing is that. You know who is my best teacher in my life? Every lecture I will refer to my mother. Lakshana putra endinayo dhanam. If you are a good boy, why do you need money? Alakshana putra endinayo dhanam. If you are a bad boy, why do you need money? So what is that you want in your life? When God comes and asks, be good. Make me good. Dharmaputra did not have a great palace, but Duryodhana had a great palace, but he had a bad death. Dharmaputra went straight to moksha. Kailas. I also went to Kailas 20 years back with my guru. And Guru asked me, I am going somewhere, are you coming? I said, I am coming. Because when Guru asks, what you should do? Go with him. I don't care whether I have a meeting with somebody XYZ, whether my leave is sanctioned or not, I don't care. I just left. I was working in Aurora. 25th March, I left 2013. Gave resignation straight because I know if I ask leave, no, this AICT is coming, autonomous paper, you are in the committee, I was the committee chairman. You cannot go, I have to listen to that person. For what? The salary which they give. He said, go to hell. I am not working for salary. I am working for my passion, satisfaction. Understood? Give me students, I will teach. Give me an office to sit, I will not sit. Because my passion is teaching. So what is everyone's desire? To become Vice Chancellor. I had a Vice Chancellor who was my guide. While being Vice Chancellor, he was teaching every day. Mathematics in the classrooms. Gulbarga University. That is the passion, right? So what you should have that passion. So your role, now you have a goal. What is your goal? Making money, getting knowledge. You know there is a 20-second rule. If you have water in front of you, when you feel like drinking, you will drink. How many of you keep books around your sitting place? How many of you keep, when I go to some schools and colleges, they will see behind a decorated lot of trophies. What is that? Trophy shop or what? You are unfit to be the head of an institution if you are keeping only trophies behind you. Should have books. Because what you are showing is not the trophies, knowledge. People are here because you have a great professor here. Are you getting what I am saying? Generally, college don't invite me second time because I scold them like this. Don't worry, I am not living on this. I am rich. Richer than most of the people here as professors. Because I have got rich students with me, right? Your richness is not my money what I have in my bank balance. I don't have. I was a government servant. How do I? But I am rich. So your goal should be not earning money. earning relationship which can be whatever you want, your desire will get satisfied. Ultimately, that's all what we want, right? Only I can sleep one bed only, on one bedroom only. Then why do you need 7-bedroom houses? Tell me. How many days you can eat 300 rupees worth Sona Masuri, the costliest with biryani? Every day? No. Once in a while, right? So what is essential in life is your goal should be very, 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 very satisfiable to you. What is your satisfaction depends on what is that you enjoy. People don't understand. When you enjoy only, you know it was not that what I wanted. So you should go through all this. You have to be at the highest so that, I keep saying, you want to gift somebody, first you should earn, then only you can gift, right? You cannot steal and gift. So earn as much as you want. Desire should be there. But once you reach in the peak, you should know how to give away that. Marxism says two set of people, who have and who have not. But in India we had another set, who had and left everything. Buddha was that. He had a kingdom. Desire for a kingdom is great, no? But why Buddha is so famous? Because he left what he had, right? Imagine Shankara, he left what he had, therefore he became famous. Ramana Maharshi is very, very famous. Is it because of his decoration? Yeah, his attire is that. Not having anything is what is greatness. So satisfaction should come. That is desireless. In Bloom's taxonomy, which you learn in your MBA, at the end, what is that? Satisfaction. Self-actualization. Realization. That is self-exploration. But a desire for a desirelessness is itself is a desire. And many people pay for that. So paying for meditation itself. I am a meditation master from Himalayas. So you ask me how many you taught? 0. I never teach anybody. Because teaching itself is useless. You have to be a Acharya. I asked you earlier question. Not Guru. Nagarjuna is not called a Guru. He is called an Acharya. What is Acharya? Yadyat Acharyadishrashta tattadeve etarojana sayat pramanam gurude lokastadanu. Looking at him, you should feel, oh, what a great teacher, yeah. Let me be like him. You have to, he is such a knowledgeable person, let me be like him. You have the desire, then you go behind him to learn. If you see somebody like that, he becomes a role model. He is a mentor. Not because you have 20 mentees distributed by the department. This is what happens to AICT. And those people will look at you and say, and see, I keep going to medical colleges and then teach some doctor. I'll say, when you become a doctor, the patient will come and ask you, what happened to you, my doctor? Why are you sad like this? Because some doctors are like that, looking at themselves, you'll feel so sad, right? You should become role model. Then what will happen? Your social life will become better in all professions what you have. So ultimately you have, I think, something which is called a family and society. Understanding harmony in the family and society. That is what is given. How can you be in society so harmonious when you are not that in the family? Gandhi, my father. Gandhi. Two movies you should look at. You will see the contradiction in Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi was a great man with a lot of conflict. Instinct to physics is conflictology to Mahatma Gandhi. One of my lecture in Kerala, one of the university was that. Instinct to physics. Physics, when you say instinct, picture will come. Conflict, buddhi, manas, conflict. Who will come into mind? Mahatma Gandhi. Because there is a big riot. What Mahatma Gandhi used to go? Non-violence. When there is a violence, somebody is firing, how can you say non-violence? You need a lot of guts. So, Mahatma Gandhi is called the man of conflictology.
Why? Because he considered his mother as Bhagavad Gita. There is a beautiful book called Gita, My Mother. Mahatma Gandhi. I started learning my Bhagavad Gita from that book. Gita, my mother. So when I have problem, evening, where do I sleep? On my mother's lap. Mahatma Gandhi, where he used to go and sleep? Bhagavad Gita. Why? Bhagavad Gita says, Uddharet Atmanatmanam Atmanam Avasadhayat Atmaiva Hyatmano Bandhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. Uddharet. Lift it up, lift it up. You have to lift you up. Where? Uddharet Atmanatmanam. My Atma has to go up. Why? Because when I eat ice cream, my buddhi said, don't eat. My manas says, I want. And after some time you say, I should not have eaten. Who is that I in you who says I should not have eaten? That's your Atma. Your internalized consciousness says, I should not have told this. Who is telling that? You yourself. Why you yourself is conflicting you? Because you are not an Atmiya Purusha. So what is the human value end in taxonomy? Your physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual. And what is spiritual? I don't want. But how can you be in a world with all these desires around and I say I don't want? Yeah, I don't mind. If it is there, somebody gave you, wear it. If it is not there, whatever is there, wear it. Are you getting? It is not that I want. It is not that I want. Somebody gave it, I am wearing. Are you getting? Understood? So it is not my desire. Do you want a coffee? Yes. Will you have coffee? No. Do you mind having coffee? No, I can have. Shall I prepare coffee for you? Not required. Are you getting? So that is life. So you need that human value in you. Ultimately all of us will reach there. Or if you are a human being who are in the spiritual, that's our desire. That is why when you go to temple, you do a puja on your birthday, or when your daughter wants to get married, or your husband has to die, or some neighbor has to die. Some desire will be there, right? Some desire for somebody will be there. For all that you go to temple and ask for puja, you know what the pujari says? Vairagya siddhyartham samarpayami. Ask him what is the meaning. He doesn't know anyway, but ask him. Vairagya siddhyartham samarpayami. I don't want anything. With that desirelessness, he is giving this money to you. To whom? God. Because he is poor. Are you getting? So what is the ultimate thing? I don't want. For which you are doing puja with a desire. So what is the human value? I don't want, but let somebody else become happy out of it. I want knowledge. So your goal should be, there are only 3 requirements in this world. What is the desire? Role. You know the role. Goal. Values. Values I explained as much. Goal. Whatever you want to get a BTech first rank, MTech first rank, then a job, then what? Get married, construct a house, one, not enough. Another city, another one. There is a joke. One of the presidents of, say, whoever is that, Biden, goes with a fishing thread to one of the lake for a fishing. So somebody was sitting there and fishing. Yes, what do you do? I do fishing. No, otherwise what do you do? Fishing. As a president, I am coming here for what? Enjoying my fishing. And what are you doing? Fishing. What for? This is my livelihood. So what you should do? He gives a big lecture. What you should do? You are an expert in this? Yes, I am an expert. Then what you should do? You should make a lot of people to learn. Then start a business. Then what? Construct big houses in big cities. And holidays, what you should do? Go for fishing. 365 days I am enjoying, and you are once in a while enjoying. What is good? Got it? So everyone is in a circle. We are in a chakra all the time. If you don't know what you want, you will be in the circle. If you know what you want, yes, I am struggling. I could sit in my house. I can still be happy. I never asked how much you are going to pay me for if I come. I don't care. Understood? It is not for this. I am seeing somebody learning something from me because it's what is given to me by my Guru. Brahmashri KPC Anijan Patadaripat. who taught me something, initiated me on this knowledge. So what should I do? He is no more. It's my moral responsibility. Moral responsibility. Understood? I am in my office. What do? We thoroughly discuss. Even the chairman or director, whoever comes, ISRO chairman comes and then says, you are wrong. I will say, you are wrong. We argue so thoroughly. We don't care whether my job is appointment letter is given by President of India. Why should I worry about these people? He became a chairman, he became a director because he took birth a little earlier than me. I will also get promoted to become that. So why should I worry about it? Correct? You should. But once some decision is taken, the project is on, with all this non-agreement, we will work for that agreement. Until the project is made, we argue it. That's our condition. That's why ISRO is very, very famous. Human Resources Department. I did a project on, my MBA project was knowledge management, in which how the knowledge is managed inside ISRO. And that project became IAST, Indian Institute of Space Technology. I was the person who wrote the first note when Madhavan Nair was not even a chairman. He said in VSSC we have a free space, we can start some training institute. So I wrote a note. That time UR Rao was the chairman. So I took it personally to UR Rao. I was working in headquarters, ISRO headquarters, under the program planning and project management directorate that time. So sometime that vision you have, that ability you have, where you are in right place probably will use you good. And if it is not also, you feel happy. Oh, I have done my job. That satisfaction is more important than any salary which you get in your life. Otherwise, you get a lot of salary, you will spend it. Either you will have in a normal hotel or in a ITC. Doesn't matter. Satisfaction is same. Understood what is human values and what is professional ethics? I remember once my director called me. When I was in an office in Secunderabad, we have an office. I was head of the training center there. So I decided all the lower class attender, driver, who all passed 10th class or failed 10th class. If they failed 10th class and became a driver, I will teach them 10th class. Because after driving, what do they do? I started the class. Maths, generally they fail in maths. Teach them. Spend some time, tell them, take this book and read. When you have doubt, come. Then 12th class, I gave 12th class. First time in ISRO. Director was not happy. I said, don't worry, I am the head of the training. You have given me a responsibility, it is my job to train. Is it only scientists have to get trained? Why not drivers? And you know what, the driver who became a superintendent later, don't you think his family is so happy about DrTPS? And later, next director becomes so happy about what I did. First director was not happy, doesn't matter. Second director, when he changed, he will also go after a few years, right? Other director said, it's a beautiful idea. He also wants some portion of the recognition. So what he said, we will make an inauguration. I will inaugurate your class. I said, already running. But doesn't matter, we will inaugurate formally. Yeah, good. But then I can do it not in the veranda and somewhere in the room. I can do it in the training hall, right? He is inaugurating. Yeah, then call, not you should not teach. You should call some other government teachers. We will pay them. Let them come from the government school nearby. So Bhavanpalli, we have a government school. I called somebody. See my fate. Inauguration, everything is ready. The teacher, maths teacher is supposed to come. He didn't come at time. So director scolded me. He said, go and find out why he has not come. I went in director's car only. I was sent. I was junior. I went to them. I found he had a big problem. His family, somebody died. He left that place to his village. So no, he was not there. I said, don't worry. Tomorrow you can come. Next week you can come. Whenever you are free. But director says, I told you, tell him, don't come. I said, I am little senior, right? I should have my freedom to decide what I want. Otherwise, what is the responsibility which is given? So sometimes you will have to conflict and contradict with your boss. Why do you say always yes sir, yes sir, yes sir? Because you know if you don't get, if she say go, finished, you don't get any job or what? I was teaching in Mari Chennareddy Institute for Human values. You know there is an institute? No, I don't. Not to go. You can go whenever you want. Yeah, let me finish this. I asked in the beginning, right? Yes or no? What did I ask? Is there a break or not? Your performance P equal to this DrTPS formula. Professional performance. Professional is always performing. So performance becomes attitude A, and that some portion of your attitude is the values. Okay? Plus opportunity O, plus skill S. So what happens to you when you have high skill and the opportunity is not there? You feel depressed. Only if you don't have an attitude. I love teaching. Suppose nobody calls me. I am sure if I apply for a job in Mallaradi, they will never take. I tried also. I am not joking. I tried. Your vice chancellor never responded. Why? I don't know. You should ask. Sometimes this becomes problem, no? You cannot fit into a seat. Because seat has to be much bigger, right? The biggest seat is mine. What happens? Become a threat. Always a problem. So always your skill has to be cut short, put in a frame. Otherwise you will have problem. Your attitude has to be set because you criticize. You have to be very careful. When you criticize, you are losing somebody's happiness. Criticism word meaning is nirupanam. Rupanam is what? Rupam, shape. What is criticism? Creating good shape. Carving. Sculpture has to cut something, so it becomes painful. So it needs to be thoroughly understood. So in your professional ethics, you have got what is to be done? Not for your society, which is the smaller society, the professional. Yeah, my profession is army. I am in the border. My job is to fight with the enemy. Don't worry about his individual dharma. His professional dharma is fighting. My professional dharma is fighting. For what? For my country. So when your boundary goes out as human being, Loka samasta sukhino bhavan. That is what here says Sarva Bhauma Vyavastha. We have got that word here. I am just looking at it. If that can be got from your family, from your individualistic, you can reach into the world peace. That is what your syllabus is. How do you take your value system? So role, goal, values. Match it. There is a marriage of your closest relative. You have an assignment in the college. What you have to take? Should you take a leave? Attend to that, because that's only once in life. You cannot ask her to marry again. Ask him to marry again for you. You cannot, you will miss it. Here you are more responsible person. Conflict. Professional ethics. You know, in America the other day, writing an exam on professional ethics, lot of options will be there. Everyone has to write it, qualify, then only your job is continued. Get out, because your professional ethics is not, exam is there. Unlike in India, you cannot copy it. Individually you have to do it. Lot of questions will come. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, 7 steps. All 100 out of 100. You are sitting and seeing. So logical, no? Lot of questions. Legal, government rule, human values, everything has to be balanced. So I'll stop now. I didn't see the time. What is the time now? Oh, 11:30. Very much.